It's important for you to understand Iraq's banks are going to be following American international banking laws. It's not like you can take your dinars and deposit it in these private banks that will represent the CBI. No, because they have to follow American banking laws. It's proven by the reality of price stability and control of inflation, and the price traded outside those channels is an abnormal price. They're driving it home that it's an abnormal illegal market, and it's coming to a halt, which is something we've been looking for. The expectation is, you change the value of the currency to be stronger than the dollar, anybody and everybody that is in that 5% black market is going to have a significant problem, or they're just not going to make any more wonderful, illegal money. You will not have to go to Egypt, Syria, or Turkey to do your exchange. A large number of banks will be more than happy to help you with your exchange. They will be charging a nominal fee of 1% to 2%. I have it on reputable information that Wells Fargo and JPM Chase will spearhead this event. You can also go to a currency exchange. You may also use an off-premises exchange location, commonly referred to as a redemption center. These are also banks who will have specialized offices with security guards and Dolaru machines to validate and verify your currency and make the appropriate deposit in your own bank account, or you may open an account at their bank. If you take this advice, you will exchange your dinar effortlessly. Central Bank of Iraq expands foreign transfers with new currencies. Quote, the Central Bank of Iraq announced the expansion of foreign transfer channels for local banks to include new currencies, the Jordanian dinar and the Saudi riyal, and allowing Iraqi banks to finance trade with Turkey in euros after it was previously limited to using them with European Union countries, in addition to transfers available in US dollars, Emirati dirhams, Chinese yuan and Indian rupees. The bank explained that this step comes within its efforts to expand foreign trade financing options in various currencies and channels. The lower notes are high priority for security. Nobody sees them. Nobody knows where they're at. High priority? Our military guards them. Those lower notes are in position just like everything else is for the monetary reform to finish. The Central Bank of Iraq decides to add the Saudi riyal and the Jordanian dinar. I think this is the biggest story of the year. This story has me so excited. They are working on a smooth transition to this basket. These are the two biggest. Iraq said months ago they are going to base their currency on oil, resources, gold and a basket of other Middle Eastern countries' currencies. This is how they are going to raise the value of the dinar. They are going to unpeg it from the USD and peg it to a basket of currency and their assets. Constitutionally, Iraq has to open its budget before the start of next year. In other words, this year they got to open its budget. That is part of the constitutional law of Iraq. Failure to do so is big trouble. They will be coming after those responsible. Iraq has changed in the sense that there's a will to get this done. That is a huge difference. The winds have changed in Iraq, have come about, and they want to get this done. Sadoni is a man of his word. He told the people this would be done this year. They have no choice but to revalue their currency. The CBI and Sadoni is now obligated to us, the United States. They were told at this Iraqi bank, money exchangers and contractor meeting, you will meet this obligation, or else. Or else what? We'll find you, close you down, bust you, remove you. We're that close to Sadoni. If we don't like what you're doing, you're out of here. Why do you think everything has changed since they came back from the United States Treasury? This was a meeting of demands. You're done using our dollars, says Trump. International praise for the government's security and economic performance. What a report this is for Iraq. This a powerful message to the world that Iraq is ready now to go fully international and at any time now. Mr. Sami says when the auction's close we will be using the lower notes because they will be needed with added value. It will have to be out by then. So we wait for the end of the auctions. Frank, it boils down to one thing. In order for you to get those lower notes is for the auctions to close, Mr. Sammy, your boss is obligated to raise the value of your currency. Iraq has come out with a new rate on the dinar, and it was just a hair under $8 and it was in country rate, in country, being in Iraq. They paid out all the contractors that were military contractors and contractors that are construction contractors. They paid them all out back pay. They went all the way back to August, September, October, November and December were all paid out, Monday morning, at 9 a.m. Iraq time at the new rate. The Iraq Stock Exchange said on Thursday that it traded shares worth more than 27 billion Iraqi dinars during 5 sessions during this week that is about to end. According to the weekly trading indicators, the number of shares traded during this week amounted to more than 28 billion shares, with a financial value of more than 27 billion dinars. The ISX 60 index closed the first session of the week at 1,043.11 points, while the index closed at the end of the week at 1,054.42 points, achieving an increase of 1.07% over its closing at the beginning of the session. The ISX 15 index closed the first session of the week at 1,150.48 points, while the index closed at the end of the week at 1,168.63 points, achieving an increase of 1.55% over its closing at the beginning of the session. During the week, 4,097 buy and sell contracts were executed on the shares of companies listed on the market, according to market indicators. The Iraq Stock Exchange announced last week that it had traded shares worth more than 4 billion dinars during 5 trading sessions in the second week of December. According to market indicators, the number of shares traded during the past week amounted to more than 6 billion shares, with a financial value exceeding 4 billion dinars. The Iraqi Minister of Transport, Razak Mahibis, announced on Thursday that next year will witness the opening of the airports of Nasiriyah, Karbala, Mosul, and the port of Four in Basra. Mahibis said in statements to the media, including Shafaq news agency, during his visit to Dakar Governorate, that the Nasiriyah International Airport project will be opened in the middle of next year 2025 after achieving advanced rates of completion in the work, noting that the airport will have a clear imprint in the economic and urban development of the governorate. He pointed out that the ministry is also seeking to open major projects during the coming year, such as the Karbala and Mosul airports and the Four port in Basra. Regarding the local projects of the Ministry of Transport in Dakar, Mahibis confirmed that the technical staff in the ministry was able to complete all the requirements for the return of the red bus to the streets of Nasiriyah city in cooperation with the provincial government. Head of the Amal parliamentary bloc, Yasser al-Husseini, confirmed today, Thursday, that the House of Representatives will proceed with questioning ministers who are negligent in performing their work. Al-Husseini said in a statement to Al-Maluma agency, the presidency of the House of Representatives expressed its approval to complete the requests to interrogate ministers, noting that the next legislative session will witness the interrogation of a number of current ministers in al-Sudani's government.